Hi, welcome to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned into this channel. If you do enjoy watching this reading, if you could please click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. I first would like to say thanks to all my viewers, my subscribers, or anyone that's tuned into my channel, have left comments in regards to my videos. Thank you so much. Today, the reading is going to be for the collective, and that's for the divine, feminine, and masculine, or for any men or women watching this reading, or anyone who is curious or who just like to listen to this reading. Now, as I've said in my introductory, that I am specializing in shadow as well as inner child soul healing. That's where my speciality lies. Okay, but I will also be doing other normal readings as well. But this is where I specialize. I specialize in shadow, inner child, and soul healing work. Okay, so I'm just going to just check the energies for today, and it's the first quarter moon, and it's all about commitment. In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. We need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where we want to be. It could also be a time when we need to stay strong through the storm. The affirmation for today is I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. The planet for today is Venus. Venus represents love and pleasure. Venus covers the senses, which is to do with the touch, smell, and taste. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Taurus is the second house of the zodiac, which represents possessions, money, and finance. And it rules the body parts, the throat, and the neck. Libra is the seventh house of the zodiac, which represents relationships, and it rules the body parts, the diaphragm, and kidneys. If you have a birth natal chart, you can check how the moon energy and element can affect you in a positive or negative way. In regards to your birth, ascendant, or cups sign. The ascendant sign is the zodiac sign that rose over the eastern horizon at the time you were born. Cusp just means, for example, if your birthday is on May the 20th, automatically you are Taurian, but you're also a Gemini cusp, meaning that anyone born 3 days within a zodiac sign becomes you then become a cusp. So for example, as I said, if you're born on uh the May the 20th, 22nd, or 23rd, um you are a Taurian cusp, even if you were born um in Gemini. Okay. Now, if you want to know more about the planets, star signs, houses, the zodiac, you can get books on astrology as well as moon astrology or moonology. And you can also just check my other videos out on YouTube, which covers about the birth natal chart, so you can learn more about that, chakras and auras, as well as spiritual tools for growth and healing. Okay, and as I said, this video is for the collective divine masculine and feminine, as well as any males and females watching this video or listen to this reading. You do not have to be on a spiritual or soul journey to watch or listen to this reading. Okay, just take what resonates. Okay, so the first deck I'm going to be using is the Inner Soul Healing. I'm just going to put this up to the camera so you can have a look. Okay, I hope you can see the reading here. Okay, and I'm also going to be using the Inner Child Oracle, because it's going to be an to do with inner soul healing as well as inner child healing. Okay, so I'm just going to just put it up to the camera so you could have a good look at the decks I'm going to be using today. Okay, and I'll also be asking our ancestors what messages they have for us. And so I'm also going to be using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Okay, this is by Carl Gray. Okay, and I'll also be contacting the angels as well. Okay, and this deck is by Carl Gray as well. It's called Angel Prayers. All right, and for those people who don't know, you can contact the angels, archangels. Um, they do have a specific role, yeah, and what it is, you can contact them to in order to heal, in terms of relationships, love, for light, manifestation, change, and also to connect to loved ones, even those who have passed away. Okay? So, first of all, I'm just going to use the Heal Yourself deck. Okay? And this is by Inner Seagull. And this is for inner soul healing. Okay? Okay, so I'm just going to ask our ancestors what messages they have for the collective today. Okay, dearly beloved ancestors, what messages do you have for the collective today, for the divine feminine, divine masculine, or any male or females watching this reading? What message do you have for us today? Sorry, I'm just going to. Dearly beloved ancestors, what message? Dearly beloved ancestors, what messages? Okay, I think this message, this wanted to come out, selling out. So, okay, so let's see what, because this card came out 3 times. So I'm just going to ask our ancestors to just give us more information about this card. So I'll just put it here. It comes on number 1, okay, or it's the number 1, yeah. And I'll just put it closer to the camera, so I hope you can see it. So this same card came out 3 times. So that is the card that our ancestors want us to find out more information about. Okay, right. So I'm just going to pop it on the stand. And I'm just going to refer to the booklet, okay, and see what it says. Right, and this is to do with inner soul healing. It's advice on about how you can heal yourself as you go along life's journey, okay? So I'm just going to read what this card means. Okay. Selling out. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Okay? Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility, and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self expression, choice, and love. Action. You have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents, and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are losing your energy and your power. Place your hands on that part of your body. Visualize your prostitute archetype. It can also similar to this card on a darker version of you. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask your prostitute aspect to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. Okay? So, as I said, this is shadow work, right? It's asking us to go within and see where we can make changes in our lives to better ourselves, to better our lives. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this deck, the Inner Child Oracle, to just help us as well, to give us more messages as to what we can do to help ourselves heal. Okay, so first of all, the first card that came out was to do with our inner soul, yeah, and this one is to do with our inner child. Okay, so it's very important that we know these things in order to know more about ourselves and how we can heal ourselves and to help us to move forward in our lives. Okay, so I'm just going to ask the ancestors additional advice to help the collective, okay? And as I said, this is a divine feminine, masculine reading, but it's also for any males or females that are listening or watching in or tuning into this video, okay? Dearly beloved ancestors, what additional advice do you have for the collective, for the male and female? Okay, so the message that came out for us is um, do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. So I'll just put it here, okay, nearer to the camera so you can have a read. Okay, I hope you can see it. Okay, and I'll just read it again. It says, do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. And it's on a number 11. And 11 in tarot means duality. Okay? Because what we normally do in tarot, we add the two numbers together if it's a double number. Okay? I'm just going to put this on the stand. And I'm just going to refer to the Oracle booklet just to give us more of an understanding what this card means, okay, what our ancestors is trying to tell us, okay, and advise us. All right. Okay, so the advisors, it says what we want and what we need can be two very different things. When this is the case, our wants and needs can differ between self indulgence and self care. If you have pulled this card today, it might be time to reflect on the difference between these two in your life. Honoring self indulgence is a wonderful way to connect with ourselves, especially when done mindfully. Self care can require us to do things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment, but will benefit us in the long run. Right? And in this booklet, it's just giving us a self care exercise. Today, ask yourself if there is an act of beneficial self care that you have been putting off because it isn't something you want to do. This is your sign to do what you need to do for yourself now. And there's a few questions here in the booklet. It says, what feelings arise when you think about something that you need to do? Do you feel overwhelmed? If so, ask your inner child what these feelings might mean. What feelings arise when you think about something that you want to do? How might these feelings differ from what you need to do? Ask your inner child what the root cause of these different feelings is. So these are just questions that um, the booklet is asking us to do, and obviously what our ancestors want us to address in order to move forward to make changes in our lives. Okay, because inner child feelings are feelings that is hidden, buried within us. Yeah, it's within our soul, and basically our ancestors is just asking us to ask ourselves these questions because we might be doing things that we are not really aware of, and or we might be confused as to why we do certain things. Yeah, and by tapping in within ourselves, within our soul, within our heart, we can then address those issues to help us to make changes in our lives for the better and to move forward as we go along our life's journey. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to contact the angels, the archangels as to what we should be doing in what additional advice, sorry, that we could ask them to help us to move forward. and we at the same time, um, they will let us know which angels that will be working with us in order to help us make those changes within our lives. Okay, so and I'm just going to shuffle the oracle deck. Before I do so, I just want to show you a book which I use, and it's called Angel Prayers. I know that some of the writing's been rubbed away, but basically it's called Angel Prayers. And it's by Carl Gray. Okay. He also does oracle decks. And also I'm going to be using one of his decks, which is called Angel Prayers. Okay. So he writes books and he also does oracle decks as well. So he's very good. Okay. And this book is about harnessing the help of heaven to create miracles. It's a very, very good book, and I would recommend you get it if you can. Okay. And as I said that we can contact the angels, archangels, to help us in any area of our life, to help us heal, to help us manifest, um, to also connect with loved ones in our lives as well as those that's passed away. Okay, so I'm just going to ask the ancestors, um, or I should say angels, in fact, what like like what advice they can give. Okay, so I'm just going to just shuffle the deck. Okay. Okay, dearly beloved angels, archangels, what prayers or advice can you give for the collective, for the divine feminine? Okay, and divine masculine, as well as any males or females who are watching this video. Okay, right. So the card that popped out is, it's advising us to trust our vibe. What is written on the card is trust your vibes. Okay, I'll just put it closer to the camera. I hope you could see it and read it for yourself. Okay. And basically it's just at the bottom it's written, thank you angels, today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. And this is very lovely because obviously, and it resonates with this reading today, because I did say that about, I just explained to you that how or where we can, or how we can use the angels and archangels to help us heal or to manifest um miracles in our lives. Okay, so I'm just going to pop it on the stand and just refer to the oracle booklet just to give us a more understanding about what this card means. If you can just bear with me. So I'm just going to just refer to the booklets. Okay, so the general meaning of this card is the angels are here to inform us that whatever we have been feeling recently is absolutely correct. Our intuition is on point, and the angels are here to congratulate us on trusting our vibes. Feeling is one thing, but trusting is another. When we wholeheartedly trust our intuition and our feelings we have been given, we come into alignment. with who we really are, and the angelic guidance surrounds us. Today is a day we must trust our intuition in telling us, but we also have to trust our guidance on what we should do with this intuition. Ensure is for everyone's highest good, including ourselves. And I'm just going to just read a bit more about what, to just give us more of an understanding of what this really means. Okay, so in the book it says, your psychic and intuitive abilities are developing more and more every day. The angels are here to encourage you to go with whatever you feel your soul has been trying to tell you. Rich intuitive and psychic knowledge is downloading into your core, and the angels are encouraging you to follow this guidance. As you take this step, it may bring up some fears or concerns, but you are encouraged to trust in the angels who are on this journey with you. When you take the first step, the next step will be presented to you. Trust your vibes. So, what beautiful message or messages that the angels have for us today? Okay, and I just, before I conclude this video or this reading, I just want to just show you some crystals that you can purchase. If you do have them on hand, you can use to meditate. You can carry them with you. You could have them around your house or your room. Yeah. And I'll just go with first the ones for inner child. um I'll start with inner child healing. So I've got a few here. So the first one that you can have or purchase, yes, or you can use to meditate. We've got a few here. So I've got this one is called rhodochrosite, sorry. I don't know if you can see it here. I've also got rhodonite. Okay. I've got blue lace agate. Okay. I've got chrysoprase. And I've also got smithsonite. And I obviously this one is just, that's just the number one, which is rose quartz. This is the tumbled stone. Okay. And this is the raw rose quartz. Okay. And this one is called kunzite, and this is for the higher heart chakra. Okay, so you could also use this as well for healing. And these stones here, okay, are for inner child healing. You can use them to meditate. As I said, you can carry them on you, or you put them around your house, or the room you're sleeping in, or just basically around the house. Yeah. And I've also got ones here, okay, which you can use for inner soul healing. Okay, so I've got black onyx. Okay, I don't know if you could see it. I'm just putting it up closer to the camera. Okay, I've got paradot. Okay, this is the raw crystal, yeah, which you can use. It actually opens the heart chakra. If you're into chakras, you could read about it. And if you notice that a lot of the stones I have on this table is either pink or green, yeah, and it's all to do with the heart. I've got moss agate is another one, which is good for inner soul healing. Moss agate. I've got dioptase. This is very, very good as well. Okay, it's also a heart stone. Yeah. And also malachite. It's also good for the heart as well. I mean, that's why if I'm pretty sure if you notice that a lot of the stones here, besides black onyx, you've got a lot of stones here which is um mainly blue and green. And as I said, it's all to do with the heart, or the heart chakra. If you want to know more about chakras and auras, I do have a video online so you could read more about them. Okay? So if you do enjoy watching this video, enjoy this reading on inner soul, inner child healing, if you could please click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.